The first set will be played on new Fighting Spirit. Check out that cool little photo punch thing there. That's new. That's not any SK Planet logo that I've seen before. Anyway, our Terran player spawning in the blue. His name is kOp from Samsung Con in the bottom left.
His opponent spawning as a pink Zerg on the right top side of the map. Being sent out as the first player trying to get multiple kills for his team. His name is Jaedong.
I don't think he's trying to get multiple kin at this point. He's not going on a date. He's not out at the bars hitting the clubs at this time.
Well, you can look at his face right now. He smells the blood. He wants to kill against Samsung Con.
Indeed, going for the kill here. I wonder if Jaedong decided to pick the pink color as a homage to Stefano, because I know Stefano used to pick the pink color a lot.
I'm not too sure. I mean, these teams, they already have the colors picked out for them, and maybe the pink is the away color for EGTL. Because Samsung, of course, their home color is blue.
Yeah, it's true.
They're
both very blue teams.
The map is new Fighting Spirit. kOp does not have any record on this map on paper, aka in Pro League. However, Jaedong, he is 2-0 this map. Do note that we are only counting the record from new Fighting Spirit, not including the original version with the high yield gas inside the main base.
That's true. Jaedong actually got sent out a lot on that map, and generally was against Protoss. Didn't end up getting the wins. We did see some entertaining matches, though, for sure. When he tried to take that gold mineral base in the middle of the map, things almost worked out for him, but not entirely, I want to say. And I also want to note that the statistics have greatly changed for ZVP on this map, so that may be why we're not seeing a Protoss starter from either of these teams on Fighting Spirit.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for Protoss to take a third on this map, I have to say.
Yeah, and not having that early gas kind of narrows down the options a little bit of what you can do, I want to say. And it allows your opponents to figure out what you're doing a little bit easier as well. Now we have a Reaper opening from our Terran player kOp here. He's going to be able to use that to scout around the map. He'll have access to that factory tech a little bit faster if he wants to. But it looks like, if he's building this Ply Depot there at the natural, his intentions are to definitely expand early on in this game.
Yeah, just like you said, just use the Reaper to scout around the map, trying to see what his opponent is doing inside the main base, and just take a safe command center right behind it. The map is not that small, it's kind of huge compared to the other maps out there, and you can secure yourself on 2 bases easily with a small choke at the natural, so why not?
Yeah, exactly, why not? No, really, there's no harm in doing that, because your opponent's not going to 6-spool. That's not going to happen on this map.
And your name is not turned, so there's no reason for kOp to be too aggressive right now.
Exactly. It's very true. Turn, of course, the other Terran player from Samsung Con besides Reality that loves to be aggressive. Now, looks like this Reaper's going to be able to snipe off that first drone, first blood drawn by kOp here in this day of Pro League. He's going to go ahead, scout in the main base, going to just avoid those Zerglings for now. He wants to check the gas timings. Doesn't see any gas in the main.
So at least he knows that it's safe to take the command center, but that was a missed micro by kOp. He wasn't paying attention at all.
That was actually like a really big mistake, and he could be really nervous right now. He's playing against Jaedong,
I mean,
after all.
you don't do it as a Terran player. You always micro out the Reaper after seeing the gas timing. Well, to just try to save kOp a little bit here. I guess he was relieved that he didn't see any gas inside the main base and the natural at the same time, but that was a mistake that most programmers do not make, I have to say.
I can almost guarantee that's some type of nerves coming into play, because that's something very simple that he did there. He just forgot to bring his Reaper back. Maybe he clicked somewhere and it didn't. He thought he clicked somewhere, it didn't happen though. And sometimes, it happens. It's not the end of the world for him. He only lost 1 Reaper. He did get the scout, the lack of gases here, but we now have Jaedong grabbing his 2 gases in the main base here. And we have that reactor Hellion tech on the way for kOp as well, as he morphs his natural command center into that orbital.
Now, if the Reaper was still alive and well, he could have went inside the main base again and checked the gas timings once again, because like you said, he saw that there was no geysers being taken by Jaedong, but Jaedong smartly, after seeing the Reaper being built, he knew to actually take down the Reaper and then take the gas. Behind this, kOp, he got an armory, he's getting a starport. We know what this is going to be.
Oh, we absolutely know what this is going to be, Supernova. It's called Hellbats, and you put them in medevacs, you drop them in mineral lines, things die.
Yeah, they are pretty good, I have to say.
Yeah, I would have to say on a scale of 1 to 10, Hellbats are a 10 on roasting workers.
And fantastic on putting your opponent's mind out of the game.
Yeah, it's just a good way to kind of distract them. You have to really be on point to deal with them. You have to have good defenses, you have to have good scouting, overlord positioning, units in the proper area. Sometimes Zerglings aren't enough to deal with them, and you need Spines and some Roaches to deal with them, or Queens. And nice job snapping off one of the creep tumors there from kOp.
Now, here's a question. We do have a fast layer by Jaedong. We are about 7 minutes, 30 minutes into the game. 30 seconds, excuse me, into the game, and the layer is almost finished. We have +1/+1 on the way with the Roche. However, Jaedong does not scout that there's a starport out of the way with the armory.
Uh-oh, he's getting close there, but his Overlord, it spots that reactor add-on. He's got to know that's a starport as well. There's nothing else it could really be at this point.
Yeah, I mean, no Terran player is going to go for the factory inside the main, second factory inside the main base or barracks, like that.
And you know what? Even if they did get a reactor there, they would have to have a tech lab on the other factory, because that would lean towards a Blue Flame Hellion opening.
Yeah, and we don't see Blue Flame Hellions that much anymore because Hellbats are so much more cost efficient, I have to say.
Yeah.
Double Medivacs coming out, and kOp is going to go for the harassment. Behind this, Jaedong is making 1, 2, 6 Roaches.
Nice. 6 Roaches. Roaches are a great response to dealing with the Hellbats, at least most of the time. We have this third hatchery on the way from Jaedong. The Hellions do scout it. They're going to be annoying, but they can't really kill it off at this point. And the Hellbats are now loaded up into the Medivacs. That's 4 total. They're going to scurry across the map, try to go into the main or natural Jaedong, do some damage. We have the Roaches now moving across the map, going towards his opponent's main base.
But seems like kOp is already ready because now he's making a Marauder back at the main base. And now Jaedong does scout the double Medivacs going towards the main base. Jaedong is going to pull back his units.
Instantly pulls those back. He's getting that Roach speed, Ling speed, Burrow. His 1-1 is about to complete here. And now Hellbats, they're boosting towards that main base. Jaedong out of position with his Roaches here. This could be a bit of an issue for him if he wants to try to properly deal with this. And uh-oh, the drones, he can't let this get roasted. A lot of them end up dying there. Now the Hellbats in the main base, they're going to be able to kill off that Queen quite easily. The drone's starting to run away here. We have some Roaches popping out and more coming from the natural to try to deal with these Hellions. One of them gets taken out, but they're just going to boost over there to that third base.
kOp was hesitating so much, he was trying to decide if he wants to go for the Queens or drones. But nice split by Jaedong. He could have gotten a lot more drones killed right there, but nice split decision making by Jaedong.
Unfortunately, still loses a good amount of drones there. He's now down to 9 killed so far.
It could have been worse.
It could have been worse, but it could have been better, I guess, as well. Jaedong running his workers yet again here, and that Hellbat going to get taken out.
Yeah, kOp, he has the right idea. I mean, he's going for a double engineering bay behind this, going for the command center, so he's just, the concept was to just harass my opponent a little bit and trying to put myself ahead into the game. So he has the right idea, but the execution wasn't perfect.
Alright, we have another drop going down here. It's got 2 Widow Mines, but I think kOp's not paying attention to this. Loses 1 Widow Mine for free, with the Marauder is damaged as well here. We have 2-2 on the way now for Jaedong. The melee upgrades, the 1-1 just starting for kOp, so he's actually kind of far behind in upgrades. Also, Jaedong going for a very fast hive.
So, kOp is doing, like I said, kOp is doing a nice job with the concept. The micro isn't there. That's what kOp is lacking right now. And behind, back at the natural, he is afraid of the Roach bust, so he's building up the 3 bunkers, but as long as the Medivac is alive, there's no way that Jaedong can actually move out with his entire force.
It's true. He can't move out entirely. He needs to have some units home to defend. I think did spot that, but the Hellbat's going to go ahead and run away in that Medivac. Another Overlord scouts a lot of his opponent's base there. The barracks are revealed, so he knows that there's not going to be any funky mech kind of play here. And drones under attack once again. One goes down, but the Medivac falls as well. These drones, they have to continue running here, though. The Hellbats, they can chase those drones, but they can't catch up with them. The Queen now going to try to get to work on these Hellbats here, but the Hellbats do beat the Queen.
Well, Hellbats are going back to the drone line, and Jaedong needs to run those away, but Jaedong has a nice reaction this game, you know. We see Terran players going for the multiple drops at multiple bases, and the reason why we see tons of drones getting roasted is because the Zerg players cannot focus at multiple locations at once, but kOp, he doesn't have the multitasking to pull this off, I have to say. When the Hellbats drop, they always go for the Queens. He didn't roast that many drones, I have to say, only up to 12 kills so far.
Jaedong's actually looking like he's in a pretty solid position right now. He's grabbing his 4th. The Hellbats, they did kill off some workers, but we haven't seen any additional drops behind this to continue that economic damage.
Well, 12 drones killed for 2 medevacs and 4 Hellbats.
I'd say that's
rather lose 12 drones than lose 4 Hellbats right there.
But you know what? kOp's playing out a lot of creep at this point right here. That's a lot of tumors that's gone down. It's going to prevent Jadon's creep spread a little bit here, but if we actually look at the map here, he's been doing a pretty good job spreading that creep around the map.
He's been doing a pretty good job spreading the creep, like you said, and he's doing a nice job going for really fast time. We saw this build from one of the Zerg players, Hiva, I think it was. It might have been someone else.
Hold that thought, though. We have a Marauder drop at that 4th base here. The units, they're going to be too far away. Jadon actually has to cancel this expansion here. He can't keep that alive.
Yeah, that's going to get taken. Oh, Jadon actually not paying attention at the 12 o'clock position. That was a little mistake by him.
But at the same time, look at this. A burrowed Zergling.
That's what I was trying to get to. It's like, okay at this point because he knows when his opponent took the 3rd base around 15 minutes into the game. Usually if you go for the harassment and take the command center, 3rd command center right behind it, you get the 3rd command center and land it around 10 minutes. So kOp's 3rd base has been delayed for about 5 minutes, and Jadon, he should be satisfied with that right now.
Unfortunately, Jadon did force the cancel. He didn't even get the cancel. He lost the 3rd base, so it's 300 minerals down. But the 3rd base of his opponent has been delayed by a lot here. I know Infestor's out getting some nasty fungals on this Terran opponent here. The Roach's doing work as well, but that Marauder in this composition going to do a lot of damage here. More Infestors on the field. One goes down, but the fungals kill off a lot of medevacs at the same time. These Banelings, though, they got to get out of here. We need the reinforcements. This is a little bit of a different style than normal that we're seeing from Jadon here. You know, he went for a really fast hive. He got a lot of Infestors out. Mutilus style to defend against this Terran player.
Yeah, using the Infestors to get out for the medevac is another answer. We see some of these Zerg players trying to go for a really fast hive, get these Zerglings out, get the Ultras out, but the problem is they don't have any units to take down the medevacs, and Jadon has an answer for him today. Using the fungals to take out the medevacs, even going for his Zerglings around on only 1-1 upgraded Marines compared to his 2-2.
I feel like a Terran player that would abuse drop play more could do better against this style, but we've only seen a total of 4 drops this game from kOp. One of them didn't even do any damage as well. So, I mean, the Infestor's tech is a very good choice this game. He's going to be able to follow this up with Ultras at any point as well. And now the Banelings are moving in here towards the 3rd base. That bunker going to get completely obliterated as well, killing off a lot of supply depots. The Zerglings running through with the Banelings. They're going to prevent this base from being able to do anything, and burrowed Widow Mines here at the ramp. Really cool from Jadon.
That pretty much prevents his opponent from actually going up, but the Widow Mines actually going for a reverse attack on his own units. There's a drop at the 12 o'clock by Jadon. He already has his Zerglings over there. The 3rd base is under fire. And the drop at the 12 o'clock, Jadon could micro this a little better, but it is going to get fended off.
It looks like his multitasking is elsewhere. He's forced that 3rd command center to lift off. Jadon getting a lot of Zergling kills here as well. There's a lot of Widow Mines out here that haven't actually really been able to do any damage to Jadon's unit composition.
Yeah, instead, those were shooting on the his own bio units previously, and those, now they could fire on the Zerglings, but only after a lot of Zerglings have been taken out.
So Jadon, he wanted to explode those Banelings so bad, but he's going to wait until a more efficient time.
He actually lost the timing when all of the SCVs were above the Banelings, and he just didn't go for it. Behind this, Ultra Den is out on the way. Jadon is sitting on 4 bases. kOp barely getting his own 3rd base up. His unit composition is slowly getting there. But looking at the unit supply, 175 to 113. Jadon's 3-3 also finished.
Jadon making a bit of a mistake here, not microing those lings. He just lost a lot of them for free, but not the biggest deal in the world. He's just going to instantly replace that supply with Ultralisks, which are on the way now. He's getting that armor for the Ultras. It's going to give him almost invulnerability against Marines at this point. And we're having a lot more defense here at that 4th base. I love that play from Jadon. That's what he needs to do to make sure it's safe.
Wow.
Whoa, when did those get there?
This is like watching Jadon from Brood War once again, sending the Zerglings everywhere, and even the Observer always misses where the Zerglings go. What I'm really surprised throughout the whole game is that kOp is not abusing the medevacs and going for the harassment, and that you also have to commend Jadon for preventing that style, because Jadon, he took out 4 medevacs with 3/5 fungals earlier in the game.
It's true. Now more Zerglings moving forward here. They've just taken out a crap ton of units. At the same time, Jadon's 4th base is under attack as well. He's got those units over there, the Zerglings and the Nash already. Fungals going down, they're killing off a lot of units. Infested Terrans popping down to activate those Widow Mines. Jadon playing a really cool style this time around, and it's proving to be very effective against his current opponent here.
Yeah, I have to say, the lack, losing the Medivacs early on in the game, the early harassment not going so well for kOp. He's like, well, the drops are not going to work out this game at all for me, so I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to go for another drop inside the main base, and that is actually costing him the game
and
right now.
And now the circling's being Umbrella Natural. They've just got a lot more kills there. Jadon has been killing units this entire game. I'm afraid to see the workers loss tab at this point for kOp because he has lost so many workers.
77 to 29 at this point.
That's pretty ridiculous. Jadon playing, he's reminding me right now of how Bisu played against Roro and Shine the other, like last week, where I was just like, holy crap, is this the same Jadon we know here? He's playing amazing.
I mean, Jadon, when it comes to Hardware Swarm, he's been playing much better. He just had a little more trouble defending against the drops inside the main base and at the natural at the same time.
Baneling's moving in here, taking out a lot of those units, forcing kOp back, but he wasn't able to get that hatchery.
Yeah, but Jadon today now showing that if there isn't any drop or harassment inside the main base, he could win the game easily against a Terran player.
You know, and he's actually been able to deal pretty decently with the drops that have come from his opponent. Jadon now moving towards the natural. kOp, he does not have enough units to deal with this at this point. GG is called out. Jadon takes game number 1 quite convincingly.
Yeah, kOp going for the Hellbats and not working out so well. Even after that, he lost 4 Medivacs to the Fungals, and he told himself the drop is not going to work out well at this point in the game. I don't have that many Medivacs, so I am not going to risk it. That put Jadon in such fantastic position to go for the fast time, to get a lot of Zerglings out, to get the fast 3-3 upgrades against his opponent.
Yeah, everything just ended up working out for Jadon there. Everything. Alright guys, we have to go into a quick commercial break. When we get back, we're going to find out who Samsung Khan plans on sending out against Jadon. Don't go anywhere. This is the SK Planet, part of the Swarm StarCraft 2 Pro League.